Shalom to everyone. Today we're learning Zera Shimshon Parashat Shemini. Be'ezrat Hashem, this shiur should be la'atzlachat entire Am Yisrael. Refuah shlema to Larissa bat Zoya, guys, young mother. Hashem should give her refuah shlema, refuah nefesh u'refuah haguf v'chen yeh ratzon v'nomar amen. And also le'elu nishmat Sara Tovio bat Sara. וגם המבדיל בין חיים לחיים רפואה שלמה to our dear friend מלוא מיכאל הכהן בן מרים, וגם רוזה בת ברכה, וגם דוד בן זינה זלפה רפואה שלמה, גם תמר בת לנה, וגם אליזבת שרה בת בצי, וגם רחל בת בצי, גם לנה בת אסתר, אליהו הכהן בן דבורה, Alex Ben Rachel, Refuah Shlema, Avodash Ben Mazal. I want to say thank you. I would like to say thank you to Rabbi Manuel for sponsoring today's shiur. Thank you very much. Hashem should give you bracha v'atzlacha and entire family. Molo Gabriel Akilov. Thank you for coming. You should see nachat from your children, grandchildren. Shegadlu b'tolom mitzvot ma'asim tovim v'chen yirtzon v'nomar. Amen. V'gam, I want to say special thank you to Milana, my niece. Guys, she brought sushi today for Le'elui Nishmat Harav Shemariyahu Yosef Chaim ben Pesha Miriam. Rabbi Chaim Kanievski, guys, zechuto yagen alenu, amen. Be'ezrat Hashem, everyone, whoever you pray for, whatever you pray for, Hashem should answer your tefillot. Guys, listen carefully. When tzaddik, Arizal says it, every rabbi says it today, you cannot miss it. When tzaddik passes away, all his kedusha is in the world, open. So when you light candle tonight for him, in a safe place, you say, Hashem, me, my family need this, and you pray hard, and you'll see how it's going to work. Believe me, I was learning something for 3 weeks. I could not understand. I was having really hard time understanding. But on Shabbat I was learning as if I knew it by heart. It was going woo by itself. So Baruch Hashem, today I want to share with you something before we start Zera Shimshon. I know it's Zera Shimshon class, and Hashem should give the refuah shlema atzlacha to everyone. Amen. Did I miss anybody? Yes, the refuah shlema Bechor Baris ben Marusya. וגם ברוך רפאל בן נקדם, רפואה שלמה. המבדיל בין חיים לחיים לנשמת עתניאל, אילושה בן ברכה, וגם יוסף בן חמרו, וגם בצי בדיס. Los Canchales. No. Huh? Rachel ben Dinah. Ruach Shem Techim. Solomon Amen. Okay.
Aaron ben Esther. Aaron ben Esther.
כל חולי עמו ישראל וכל הנפטרים וכן נלצום למען אמן. Okay. 3 minutes before Zera Shimshon, I want to share with you something very important. Rabbi Chaim Aminov gave me a sefer on Purim. The name of the sefer is Bat Ayin. Over here it says something very beautiful. I want to share it with you. It says, "Vayhi bayom hashmini kara Moshe la'Aaron uvanavu ziknei Yisrael." When we had Bet HaMikdash, before Bet HaMikdash we had Mishkan, tabernacle. Anytime we bring korban, Hashem accepts our korban. The answer is, why you have to bring a sacrifice? Why you have to bring sacrifice? Animal. Why you have to bring an animal as a sacrifice? Who needs animal? The answer is, when Adam HaRishon sinned, Hashem told him to bring an animal as a sacrifice. Why? Because you acted like animal. When a person sees he acts like an animal, he has to bring korban to purify himself. So now, today we're stuck. We have no Bet HaMikdash today. What are we going to do? Look what it says. Unbelievable. I want to share with you guys. Put your seatbelts on, listen carefully. Kol ze haya. Before that, you need to know one thing. Kol mi sheyesh bo de'ah anyone has knowledge and understanding, means Talmid Chacham, Ke'ilu nivne bet hamikdash beyamahu. If you have Talmid Chacham in the town, as if your Bet HaMikdash is built. So we had until yesterday, until 4 days ago, Rabbi Chaim Kanievski among us, as if we had Bet HaMikdash built in our time. How do I know when we lost Bet HaMikdash? Close to 1 million people came to the Levaya. Why? Each one felt he's missing his Bet HaMikdash. If we would be in Israel, of course we would go. On Zoom, how many people watched? On YouTube, how many people watched? Online, live stream. Why? Because everyone felt he's missing Kedusha. So now, I'll tell you something very strong. Again, I want to say thank you to Rabbi Michael, he just left, for the Sefer Bat Ayin. I would like to read this piece. It's going to take 6 minutes of your time, but you should know the tzaddikim is not a joke. When tzaddik says something, it happens. Why? By him saying he creates. It's not he's powerful. No, koach Torah, power of Torah. The more your Torah is holy, the more you have kedusha to do something. We're talking about rich tzaddikim, 70, 80, 90 years old. Big tzaddikim. Young people will still need to learn and grow a lot. But here, look what it says here. All this that Bet HaMikdash, you come. You sin, right? Basically from Shamayim, there's an anger towards you. Midat Adin. When you bring a korban, you say, Hashem, I acted like an animal. I'm sorry for what I did. Hashem right away changes to Midat Rachamim. Mercy. It says, Kol ze hayak shaya Bet HaMikdash banui. All this, when you have Bet HaMikdash. Today we have no Bet HaMikdash. So how are you going to be able to fix yourself? How are you going to be able to grow? Look what it says here. Tzadikim mehafchim Midat Adin le Midat Rachamim. Tzadik changes. You don't understand. A Rabbi Kanievski, let's say, a month ago came to the wedding, right? He's passing by you in his wheelchair, let's say. He's looking at you. He doesn't know you. He changes your judgment to mercy. Judgment to mercy, judgment to mercy, judgment to mercy, judgment to mercy. Why? Because anytime tzaddik is free, you know what he does? He says, 1 second, Hashem, I want your presence here. And he thinks how Hashem's presence he wants here. The fact he's bringing Hashem's presence here, that changes the judgment into mercy. Look what he says. Tzadikim mehavchim midat adin le midat elachim al yedei bechinat de'ah. Through what? Through knowledge and understanding of what? Sheyesh b'hem. Hayinu shetzadikim sheyesh bo de'ah mitbonen tamid besichlo. He always thinking in his mind, veda'ato in his thoughts, bigdulat haboreh, of greatness of Hashem Baruch Hu. Eich shehu memale kol almin. How Hashem fills up the world. You're sitting in your classroom, Hashem is filling up the world. You're here with me. You're outside in the street, Hashem is with me. You're in the office, Hashem is with me. You work in a hospital, Hashem, I'm about to do surgery to somebody. Right? Where's Mr. Bachayev? I'm about to enter the surgery to somebody. Hashem, you with me. Where's the big Abdel? Doctor, Hashem, you with me. I'm going to see a patient. Heart attack, this patient had. Hashem, you with me. He's going to cure. And those thoughts that you bring Hashem there, you change Midat Adin to Midat Rachamim. You change the judgment into mercy. And this is what changes the whole world. Because these tzaddikim, because these great rabbis do that, they change the whole world. As if you seeing him, as if you brought a korban. That's what changes your judgment to mercy. And this is what we lost last week. But Baruch Hashem, look how he left this world complete. He didn't see you, and next day he returned his neshama. He completed his job. Did we complete our job? Did we complete 1% of our job? That's the biggest question. But I'll tell you, I'm fortunate in my life that I'm connected for many, many years with Rav Wolkin. Rav Wolkin, I'm not going to say Rav Wolkin finishes the whole Torah every year, but he never has free time to sit like this. He always learns. And this is what I learned for myself in my life. What to do when I'm free. What to do when I'm free? Be busy. You go somewhere, take Hashem with you. You're going to the wedding, take Hashem with you. Take your sefer with you. You're going to Yushvo, take Hashem with you. You're going to party, Sheu Brachot, take Hashem with you. Take small sefer with you. That could be Mishnah, that could be Halacha, that could be Haggadah, could be Midrash, some story. but you are not going alone. You're saying, Hashem, I'm going there, I'm going with you. Today, Baruch Hashem, everybody has, I'm not going to judge anybody wrong, because if you don't bring your Sefer, you have Safari on your phone. You have this, you have that, you have everything on your phone today, Baruch Hashem. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, when you go somewhere, take Hashem with you. By you bringing Hashem there, if something wrong should happen in that place, it's not going to happen. You know why? Because you bring Hashem there, it changes Midat Adin to Midat Arachamim. And the final thing I want to finish is, who is a real tzaddik in this world? Believe me, if I start working today on myself on this topic, it's going to take me 5 years. Who eats exactly what he needs. Who dresses exactly how he needs, how much he needs. He lives a lifestyle to the minimum what he needs to survive. Like this person, huh? No extras. I'm not talking about cheap, not cheap. Just, he's not spoiling his body too much to this world. When you do that, you could change to Midat Adin to Midat Rachamim. Once, I saw in Me'or Hashemesh, you see the problem is, my memory is not like my father's memory. I forget things, Sometimes I forget. I see people, I say, oh, what's your name? Yeah. Unfortunately. But I saw in this thing, you're not allowed to speak in public, but I will. You know what? Maybe it's going to help somebody. You never know. If Rav David and Rabbi Baruch Aram themselves, they come here, I must say this. That's all. I'm done. Bruchim Abayim. It says, let's say you sinned. You did a terrible sin. Terrible. I'm going to even quote the language. It says, Eize chet gadol me'od nishbar libo bekilbo. You did such a big sin, it broke your heart from inside. You feel like, I am low of low. Finished, I'm done. I sinned, I'm far away from Hashem. You know what you do? Modeh, you admit your sin. Ve'ozev, you let it go. And say, I will never do it again. And you make teshuvah. Yerucham. Hashem says, I forgive you. If you admit and you do teshuvah, Hashem says, I forgive you. The way Rabbi Gabriel today, he finished the siyum. Honestly, I was thinking to say those words. Because this piece, that piece, and what Zera Shimshon will say today, all these three triangle make sense. But what Rabbi Gabriel said is, every Jew, even though he sinned multiple times, he's still holy. He made teshuvah. Hashem says, you know what? You know how much I waited for you? You know how much I want you? You know how much I'm desiring you? Rab Nisim, let me tell you something you'll never believe. I hope this recording doesn't go to that particular person. Today in the classroom of high school, Rab Nisim, you with me?
Oh, wait, I'm Shomer. I don't like when you go quick.
Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
Okay. We're all Shomer Shabbat. Tzaddik. Today in the classroom, I have in a high school certain boys that very hard to get their attention. And one boy, as we were learning this piece of Gemara that we learned with Lawajah today, how Hashem makes earthquake with 2 tears into the Pacific Ocean, yeah? Then Hashem shakes the whole world and then earthquake happens. This kid, he says, why do I need all this? Then he asked me a good question. This student, 12th grader, in 2 months going to go to college. And he asked me, he said, Rabbi, what's the purpose of life? You eat food. You eat delicious steak. 3 hours later you go to the bathroom, you're hungry again. What's the purpose of life? People get married. Sometimes unfortunately something happens. What's the purpose of life? To live? Some people die. What's the purpose of life? To be happy? Sometimes people upset. What's the purpose? To make money? Then you lose money sometimes. Where is Hatzlacha? That you live and then you look back and say, I did not waste my time. What's the purpose?
Learn Torah. To earn a lot.
If I would tell him learn Torah, you know what he's going to tell me?
Boring.
He's going to tell me, Chazak Baruch, I heard you, yeah.
Totally.
Listen to the answer I gave him, and I hope,
The search government.
and I hope you will like the answer. The answer I gave him at his level, and your level is not going to be good enough because I know you could learn 2-3 hours a day minimum. So I said to him, Hashem doesn't care how many hours you learn. Don't get it wrong. Hashem doesn't care how long you learn. The question is, are you connected with Him or no? Hashem doesn't care how long you pray. Are you connected with Him? Are you talking to Him? Do you have take and give with Hashem? Are you talking to Hashem? Or you just stay like Surat Boni, shake like Lulav and Etrog for 30 minutes and then you go sit down? What do? You talk to Hashem or you don't talk to Hashem? Are you connected to Hashem? Hashem, do me this. Are you prepared with paper? I want this, I need this. Hashem, I need this. This is the time already. I have to have this already. Like, you're talking to Hashem. Are you connected with Hashem? Then I said to him, when you connected with Hashem, how long stays this connection? He says, until person dies. I said, wrong. You should know one thing for life. Today, when you go to pray by Rabbi Chaim Kanievski's grave, when you were more successful to get answered on your tefillah, now or when he was alive?
No, why?
Listen to the answer, and that is the true answer. Magalei Amukot brings it. If you go right now to Rabbi Chaim Kanievski's grave, you'll be 99.9% most probably answered faster and right away than when he was alive. Why? Because when tzaddikim are alive, they say, Hashem, I don't want nothing from you. Hashem says, oh yeah, but I have to give you something from me. What? Life. So basically, he's dependent in Hashem to live. So if so, child who lives in father's, mother's house, he's 35 years old, right? His father says, I pay for rent, you sit quiet in my house. When he gets married and he goes to his house, what happens then? Then he feels boss. In his father's house, he cannot say, Abba, I want to build a wall here, I want to break the wall here. Why? Because he's dependent on the father. Once you're dependent on your father, your hands and legs are tied. But once you moved out, you're free, man. Same thing. When tzaddik in this world, he's dependent in his life to Hashem. Therefore, his hands are tied. He cannot do many things. When tzaddik leaves the world, his hands are open. Now he's in the world where he enjoys only from himself, whatever he did. So now when you go to pray by Kivrei Tzaddikim, you get most 99.9% answered on your any tefillah you pray. Then when he was alive. So I want to tell you one important thing. Why meeting was done? Why meeting stopped? Sir? Ten seconds.
Recording in progress.
When you attach yourself for 1 minute a day, 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 1 hour a day, doesn't matter. Attach yourself with Hashem, that attachment stays with you forever. Even person passes away, it stays with him forever. What's the proof? This kid, I'm still talking to him, 12th grader. Recess was a minute ago, he's still in the classroom. One-on-one today. The proof is from Yosef HaTzadik. All the live people standing, including Moshe Rabbeinu by Yamsuf, Yamsuf says, I'm not opening to you, nothing. Go home, go back to Egypt. As soon as Moshe Rabbeinu brings Yosef's bones, you know what Hashem said? Hashem said, what do you think, Yamsuf? Once Yosef died, that's all. I'm not with him anymore. Tzaddik, once he's connected with Hashem, the connection stays forever and ever. Then Yamsuf started asking Kal Vachomer over here. Yamsuf said, this guy Yosef HaTzadik, he could have lived with Potiphar's wife. Man living with woman, it's a nature. Yosef said, I'm not going to do that. He went against the nature. Yamsuf said, what? I have to be a river. I have to be an ocean. Right? I have to be sea. But I'm going to be a land. Why? Because since this guy went over nature, I will go over nature. And because of Yosef HaTzadik, both Yam Suf opened up. So question Zohar is asking, if Shekhinah is not with Yosef, why would Yam Suf open up? That's the proof to you that once Tzadik dies, Shekhinah, the same way, the way Shekhinah was in his house, the same way Shekhinah is by his grave. By the way, I want to say thank you to Mr. Shlomo Tzadik for sending a video to me, how Rabbi Chaim Kanievski blessed his wife. If he gives me permission, I'm going to send it today to the whole world. If no, then I'm going to keep it to myself. What did he say? He said you could send it. That's all. I'm done. I'm going to be today Mr. Papara. Guys, it's 9:40. I didn't even start Zera Shimshon. You ready to stay till 11 o'clock? Yeah? Yeah?
I thought it was 8:40.
If you have Shalom Bayit issues, no problem. Don't worry. Anyone tells you something, say Rabbi Akilov kept me. Don't blame on me. It's okay. Yeah, we'll start.
Yeah.
We'll do today much faster. It's long piece. Sorry. It's a long piece, but put it somewhere. I should look for. Yeah, good. Thank you. It's a long piece, but it's very important piece, guys. I'll tell you one thing. If you sinned, I don't care what sin you did. If you sinned, like today young generation they say, I deserve the line, you cry. Stop. Until you get married, until 22, 23, 24, or whenever you get married, 21, 22, you should be concentrating, Hashem, I love you, finish, nothing else. Pray on time, learn on time. Don't pay attention to you, I did this, I did. Why? Because this is the age and people fall on this. Don't look at yourself on a falling point. And always think that you're down. No. Look at yourself from a different point. Hashem, I love you. Today, I did 2 mitzvot extra than yesterday. Yesterday, I did 1. This way, build your love with Hashem. Once you have strong love, nothing compared to that. And you should know one thing. If you did sin, chas v'shalom, you did something wrong, teshuvah. Umodeh ve'ozev yerucham. You admit it, you let it go, you promise, you make a commitment not to do it again, and you move on. Now, Hashem says in this week's Parashat Shemini, after bringing all type of avodah, Hashem says, be holy. Separate yourself from goyim. Don't just eat whatever comes to your head. There's a kosher food, there's not kosher food. There's something you're allowed to eat, not allowed to eat. Havdalah, the division, separation from not kosher people, from goyim. It's very important as a Klal Israel. Let's look inside letter Zayin, page Mem Gimel. Everyone has on their phones. If you don't, if you're part of Sha'alei Eliyahu, look inside on your phone. You are having the pictures, pages on the chat. Katuv b'Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer. It says in Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer, chapter 20. Ve'aviu nami atur Orach Chaim siman resh tzadik vav. It's also brought on Shulchan Aruch Orach Chaim Tur in 296th halacha chapter. Rav Tzadok Omer. Rav Tzadok says, Kol mi she'eno mavdil al hayan b'motzei Shabbatot o she'eno shomea me'acherim she'mavdilin eno ro'eh siman b'racha le'olam. Whoever doesn't say Havdalah on Motzei Shabbat, or doesn't make Havdalah on Motzei Shabbat, or doesn't hear Havdalah on Motzei Shabbat at all, that week, actually the language here is separate, is different. It says, forever he's not going to see Beracha in his life. Forever it says, Le'olam. But I've seen places they say he's not going to see Beracha that week. Until next Shabbat. Because next Shabbat he's going to hear, he's going to make teshuvah, right? Teshuvah changes, we said. But here it says what le'olam? Le'olam means forever. Nisim, you don't need to get scared. Come back. He knows something, I have to pick on him. Okay, no more jokes. Let's go for it. Aval, mi she'mavdil al hayayin, o shomea me'acherim, but whoever does Havdalah on wine, or he hears from somebody, she'mavdilin, that they do Havdalah. Let's say you come to shul, you're not going to do it at home. You hear in shul and you go home. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kor'o Kadosh. Hashem calls him a holy man. You hear Havdalah, Hashem calls you holy. Ve'oseu segula. And Hashem makes with you a contract, a deal, a protection, a bond. Thank you. Hashem makes with you a bond. Shene'emar v'item li segula. And you are a bond, a connection, protection, bond with me. Mikol ha'amim, all the nations. Va'avdil etchem min ha'amim liyod li le'am. And Hashem says, I will separate you from the other nations to be nation to me. V'tzarich iyun. And Zera Shimshon says, let's analyze it. Ledakdek, le'ayen. Rabbi Gabriel, you hear? Yeah? וצריך לעיין איך במצווה זו לבדה יקבל האדם כל כך שכר ומכל שכן דאיקה פלוגתא בין הפסוקים אם היא דאורייתא או דרבנן ומה העניין גודל מצווה זו? Why such a big deal with this mitzvah? Hashem calls you holy by doing havdalah. It's a big question if it's the Rabbanan or the Oraita. ועוד, למה דווקא צריך יין? And why do you need wine to do havdalah? וכן בקידוש. Why on kiddush you also need wine? מה שאמרו ז"ל, לא נברא יין, אלא לנחם אבלים. Only for two reasons the yine was created originally. What are the two reasons that yine was created? Wine? Joy. Huh? Joy. God forbid somebody passes away, you want to take mourners and you want to calm them down, you give them wine to drink. How many cups? 10. Gemara Ketubot, we'll see right now. Gemara Ketubot, page 8b. It says 10 cups. And second, why was the second reason that they give? Was there? Honestly, no. What's the second reason that they give wine to? To make a death penalty easier. Somebody did terrible sin. Before death penalty, they say drink wine to die. How they say? Yain lemavet. So when we do, what do we say? Savri Maranan. What they say? Lechai. Why they say in the Beit Hamikdash time? Somebody sinned. They give wine to die. Here we're giving you wine to life. Therefore say lechaim. Yeah or no? Yeah. That's all. 100%. That's right. Savri Maranan means pay attention. Congregation. People pay attention. Savri Chaim, they say we pay attention for you to drink for life. Lechaim, they say lechaim. Huh? Over there for Baal Shetzar. What was the okay. Let's go further. Thank you. Nice as come on. Listen, the Menashe gives you have to accept it. Va'akol you one. Yeah, guys, people getting upset. Weiter. Va'akol you one be'egdim. Midrash echad Parashat Noach. He says, Zera Shimshon says, let's begin everything from Parashat Noach. What it says over there? Vayita karem. And Noach came out from the ark after the Mabul. What's Mabul? Flood. Gemara Brachot, page 59. Or what Gemara Brachot, page 59a says? Flood. How flood happened? With what? Two stars. Hashem took 2 stars from Ash. Cloud called Ash. Or not cloud, a heaven. 7 heavens. One called Ash. Hashem took 2 stars from that. True. Water, right? From it. And then Mabul. How many people died?
Everybody.
The whole world. Except for
Noach and his family. And Sichon.
Noach and his family. And Sichon's mother. She was pregnant to Sichon and Og. Og is a brother of Sichon. Very good. Rabbi Gabriel. Stops. Now, question to all of you. According to Zohar, one portion of Zohar, how many people that time were in the world?
24,000.
Rav Baruch Avraham. Are you looking at my notes? I'm joking. Thank you, the tops. Respect you for that. And those were Neshamot of Rabbi Akiva students. And those were people who, during Pinchas, they died. And those were the people that were Shem ben Chamor's people that Shimon and Levi killed. And those were Neshamot that came out from the sin of Adamari Shon. Very good. You are amazing. Now let's go further. Ready? Yeah? Okay. V'akol Yuvan be'agdim be'midrash. Noach planted the vineyard. V'ayita karem b'shah shayo olech lita karem paga b'shida. So it's a shida, shedim. In English? Demon. Demon came to him and said, listen, brother, you want to be partners with me? He said, sure, sir. So why not? He said, but demon said to Noach, God forbid you put your leg on my territory, you're down. He said, never. Can you imagine? A partner cannot put his leg on the second side. He puts dead. Noach said, deal. Shamdon. What's the name? Shamdon. Shamdon. What do we say, Shamdon? Candelabra. Candle holder. Not a good word. Change the name. Sham Nigodor, not the same. You know. Change it. Change it. No more Shamdon. Yeah? You know, Baruch Aram, I think your father-in-law is watching me over there. Mr. Boris Rachminov. Bechor Baris Ben Barusa. Refuah Shlema to him, Refuah Nefesh, Refuah Guf, Cheni Latzom and Omar. Amen. Amen. Aman le Shutfe Imach. So this Shamdon, Mrs. or Mr. Shedim, Demon, said to Noach, you want to be partners with me? Ela is a herbach. Do lotoil bechelki. He said, but do not step on my territory. You do, you done. Ve'i olad bechelki ano chobil bach. If you, God forbid, put your leg on my territory, I'm gonna take care of you. Vezeu atam shamru zal. And this is the reason that our Chachamim said in page Gemara Yoma page 76b. Zacham mesamcho. Shalom Aleichem. Thank you for everything. Zacham mesamcho. If you drink wine and you zoche, you merited, you'll be happy. The wine will make you happy. Lo zacham meshamemo. If you drink wine and you're not merited, means you don't know your value. You don't know the prigrada. I say prigrada, measurement, your limits, boundaries. You don't know your boundaries. What happens? God forbid, people will be crying for that person. Why? He's going to sit in the car, drive, press on the gas, and no stopping. When you press on the gas in life and no stopping, dangerous. You have to know your limits sometimes. You can't just press so much, you know? Sometimes you have to know your, hello, can't go overboard, stop over here. Same thing by wine. Wine teaches a person big lesson. You want to be holy? Wine does two opposites. There's no middle way here. Or you too holy, or you too not holy. Two opposites. Or you come out after drinking 1 shot of wine after the wedding, clean and nice with respect because you made kiddush in Sheva Brachot. Or you come out, they find you under the table. That's all. There's no other way. There's no middle way here. Okay. Tell Omar, a few times happened, by the way. One person last week was ready before Purim. My wife went to pick me up from a certain restaurant. She says to me, Abba, look, what happened? I said, what happened? We drove like a block away. One man was going like this. His wife and mother was holding him. He went to certain yeshua, drank like I don't know who, and his mother and wife were holding. Wouldn't be for them, he would be done. That's a mitzvah. This is the right way to do. This is proper education to your children.
No.
We'll discuss that later. Okay. זכה משמחו לא זכה משממו, כלומר, דאם זכה יהיה לו חלק קידושה, ואם לא ייכנס בו חלק הטומאה. If you are merited, you get קידושה through drinking every sip of the wine. But if not, you will get חלק of טומאה, you become impure. ולפי זה, במקום שנכנסה בו, מידת הדין. Guys, I'm not scaring you, I'm telling you the truth. If person does not know his limits and is drinking wine, what happens to him? Huh? What happens to him? What happens to him? You're not saying well. If person drinks wine non-stop, what happens to him? He's gonna be drunk. Not true. Can I tell you the truth is? This demon goes into him. This is what demon said to Noach. You come to my territory, you lose your boundary, you're coming to my boundaries. I'm going to enter you, I'm going to destroy you.
So that's what means the territory. His territory is to be that.
Do you know, if this Zera Shimshon, I would say last week, a day before Purim, I would put few young people in danger and I would still get mitzvah. You know why? Because Zera Shimshon says, if you get drunk like a chamor on Purim, nothing will happen to you. Zera Shimshon. I'm against drinking. But if you drink on Purim, mitzvah, nothing will happen to you. Don't worry about it. ולפי זה, במקום שנכנסה בו מידת הדין, דהיינו, המיטה שנכנסה בחלק האדם, when a person drinks wine non-stop, he puts his life in danger, he could be even put himself in סכנת לחיים, means he could put himself to, God forbid, leave the world. ואף, אף שהאדם ייכנס בחלקה וישתה יין הרבה, if person goes into the territory of the demon and drinks a lot of wine. Rabbi Manuel, you're not bored? No, I'm listening. Thank you. We love you. כמו בימים קדמונים היו שותים 10 כוסות בבית האבל. You hear this? In the house of mourners, they would drink 10 cups of wine. Why? To calm the mourners down. When a person drinks wine, he forgets about all these problems. He relaxes his muscles. Some people will want to throw some stuff on my face, but it's not going to happen. You know why? Because they're on the Zoom or they're on YouTube, biyachad. So they're not going to see my face now. I'll tell you something. If person Chatan gets married and is find hard time performing his mitzvah, let's say took month, 2 months, and 3 months, so our Chachamim give advice, even doctors also today give advice, buy a good wine, which is kosher, of course, and then drink today l'chaim together for a while, calm each other down, and then you would be able to be successful. Next, I wish atzlachat everyone. Huh? Tequila puts people's life in danger. Tequila is no good. Kosher wine. Mr. Shlomo Vasalilov. He says, they're already putting music, Yagavas. Okay. See you music, thank you. Va'afa reshaim. And also reshaim. שנכנסו לחלקה ברשעתם, ישתו וישתכנו בעולם הזה. רשעים, that they do sins, they also drink wine, and they enter to the territory of the demon. They get fully drunk, saying, enjoy, don't worry, man, I'm here. They steal all day long, and then at night they want to relax themselves because all they steal, if the owner sees me, I'm taking, dilash mebula, therefore he needs to drink wine to calm down a little bit. And then he says, drink, and end up, they enter into the territory of demons. וזהו לנחם אבלים ולשלם שכר טוב לרשעים. So basically wine does 2 things. To calm down the mourners, and number 2, to give good feelings for the sinners, for Reshaim, to make them drunk, and then they enter to the demon sense. והואיל שביין יש 2 חלקים, since now we know wine has 2 directions. וצריך, Rabbi Yosef Kadinov, thank you. You are the man. Thank you. And I know you had to do something today. I don't know how you... Hashem should give you atzlacha, parnasa, and many more children, Be'ez Hashem. Amen. We respect you a lot. You know that. Yeah? Further?
Rabbi, what about Pesach? We have 4 cups of wine.
Ooh! What do you think? Zera Shimshon would miss this topic? Tell me one thing. It's almost 10 o'clock. You will stay till 10:15?
10:30.
Guys, if you want to be ready for Pesach, this is the topic. This is to start. How many cups we drink?
4.
Exactly 4 cups we will be talking about today, okay? It's only 10 minutes. That, sir? Yeah? Good. Now, we're all the way on the bottom. Let's go. Veho'il. Guys, you have no idea. Today, when I finished Gemara Chagiga, I was 2 pages behind. I had to prepare Gemara Daf, Brachot, then Gemara Chagiga, then Sefer Bat Ayin, then Zera Shimshon, and then some daily dose, and then some halachot of Rabbi Chaim Kanievski. But I'll tell you one thing. After Rabbi Chaim Kanievski passed away, I started forcing myself to do double what I used to do. And it works. Hashem should give me many, many more koach. Amen. And everyone from here, you could force yourself a little bit more. 2 more lines extra, 2 more halachot extra. Believe me, one day you'll tell me thank you.
Rabbi, can I make you one?
Please. Thank you. והואיל שביין יש 2 חלקים וצריך להבדיל ביניהם. There's 2 directions in wine and you have to make separation between them. לכן, כל מי שמבדיל על היין דווקא במוצאי שבת ועומד המבדיל בין קודש לחול. When you make הבדלה on מוצאי שבת, yourself, you tell Abba, whatever, your father-in-law, whatever, you say, can I do הבדלה myself? Yeah. And you do, or even they do, but you're thinking, המבדיל בין קודש לחול. Wine separates between holy person and not holy person, between holy day and Shabbat day, regular day and Shabbat day. Okay, between holy and not holy. Here, when you say you say, Hashem, I don't want to enter to the hands of demon. Do you understand? I don't want to enter into the hands of demons. That's something deep. Who was thinking about? I think only Hamavdil ben Kodesh. The Chol is separate between Shabbat and weekdays. No. If you drink wine without limit, you become Chol. You become in the hands of demon. But if you have limits, you become Kadosh. Rabbi Gabriel, you with me or no? Oh, I'm pouring you out. Not yet. I know you're tired. What do you think? What do you think? We're on the same page. If you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up 2:30. I'm joking. You should know how much I'm excited for you. If this is your first CU, I did first. Yeah, okay. But such a big CU, I'm saying, from the beginning of Brachot till today, Chazak Baruch. Many more. I want to make a CU maybe in here, maybe a bigger shul. We'll get together. Everybody will make bigger shul, Be'ez Hashem. And you said they're Moed. No, that's Moed. No, next one is what? Nashim. Ooh. Huh? Okay. Be'ez Hashem. Nashim. Psh. Those serious stuff. Yevamot, Ktubot. Ah, yeah? Easy for you?
Just kidding. I'm lost.
Rabbi Stefanski, thank you. I'm joking.
Honestly, I did the first 8 pages with you when we started.
Yevamot?
No, Brachot.
Brachot. Could be. I don't think I remember.
No, when we started Brachot, yeah.
Okay, guys.
When we first started Brachot.
2 years ago, right? Oh. Ah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, of course. Baruch Hashem. רק בחלק הקדושה. Person, when he makes Havdalah, he's concentrating to be in the part of the holiness of the wine. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Karo Kadosh. And Hashem calls you what? Hashem says, you want to be holy? I call you holy. Guys, what do you learn from here? A person was Rasha all his life. Rasha Gamur. Comes one day to Shiur, doesn't matter, Zera Shimshon, no, Gemara, Halakha. Anywhere. He wants to be tzaddik, Hashem calls him, you tzaddik. How? Here. What's the Shulchan Aruch, Tur Shulchan Aruch, what Tur says? In chapter 296, whoever does Havdalah, Hashem calls him what? Holy. How? You're sitting Motzei Shabbat, you say, I'm Avdil ben Kodesh? Lachol. Hashem, I want to separate between holy and not holy. If I drink with limit, I'm holy. If I drink without limit, I'm not holy. Hashem says, oh yeah, you want to drink with limits? You holy? I call you holy. Hashem, this guy didn't leave the shul yet. He didn't put tefillin. He didn't keep Shabbat for next week. He didn't keep kashrut. Already holy. That's the difference between Jew and a goy. Only these privileges gets Klal Israel. Nobody else is this privilege. Hashem says, you want to be good? I call you tzaddik. I call you chassid. I call you kadosh. I call you holy. That is the greatness of Klal Israel, and that's the greatness to be connected to Hashem. Admin, you agree with me? You got it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Karo Kadosh. Hashem calls him Kadosh Baruch Hu Oto Sigula. And Hashem makes him what? Bond, connection, protection. Dahainu Davar Chaviv. Hashem makes him a lovely one. Hashem says, you want to be good? You my lovely one. David, did you want to come to Zera Shimshon or your father forced you, honestly? Huh? You want to come. Do you know Hashem called you holy today?
He's holy every day.
You my best friend, you hear me? You want it, you don't want it, you done. Understood? Thank you. Rav David, thank you. דהיינו דבר חביב, ובכל כניסת יום קדוש, נמי מקדשים על היין דווקא. Therefore, anytime holy day begins, Shabbat, Yom Tov, Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, no Yom Kippur. Any holy day begins, you start with the wine only. Why? כדי להכניע הקליפה. Did you hear what it says? You didn't hear. One more time. During the week, the dirty power is stronger. When you enter Shabbat, by making Kiddush on the wine, you lowering the dirt of the world. The kilipa, you breaking. Or, since you are drinking wine because of the day and you want to be holy, you're taking this shed by the name Shedim, demon. You take the demon and you breaking. Shamdan, you're taking this Shamdan and you're breaking it. You can't get more power than this. Do you understand? That's the Kiddusha of the wine. You know, once, 10, 11 years ago, when we opened Shul, I was interested to listen to our Eli Mansour. He always says good stuff. But now, unfortunately, I don't have time. But at that time, he said, every Chatan Kala get made, they say to them, bracha, you should be like wine. Why? Because if you look at the letters of wine, Yain, Yud, Nun. The outside letters is Yud, Gimatria 10, second Yud also 10, and Nun is 50. But inside letters, Yud, outside letter is Yud, and inside is Vav Dalet. Vav Dalet is 6 and 4, also 10. So outside letter is 10, inside letter also 10. Second Yud, same thing, outside 10, inside 10. And Nun is also Nun, 50-50, outside 50, inside 50. We say to Chatan Kala, the way you are holy like this, your children should be holy like you. Like outside of letters of wine is holy, inside letters also holy. So we say, the way outside you, Chatan and Kala standing over here holy, we give you bracha, your children should be also holy. Do you understand? It's beautiful. And the only product that has multiple brachot is grape. Shakol, ha'et, ha'gefen, ala et,
When do we say
ala gefen, huh?
How do we say grapes? Shakol.
Make a vodka out of it. What do you think, Rabbi Akilov drunk?
No,
I didn't drink it.
Maybe the juice when it's too much water also, no?
It's very hard to say, because wine, usually when you press wine, originally, without any water on it, it's geffen. Today they put 10% grape and the rest water. This way it'll be questionable thing. But when it's 30% and up, no, I don't remember the cheshbonot over there. Okay, weiter. Brothers, can we go further? Yeah? Nisim returned? Let's continue. Now we are about to enter Pesach. Ready? ובזה יובן מה שאמרו ז"ל בפרק כמה דמגילה, דף ז עמוד ב'. And now we understand what it says in Gemara Megillah page 7b. חייב איניש ליבסו מבפורי עד לא ידע בין ברוך המן להרור Baruch Mordechai le'arur Raman. A person must drink on Purim until he doesn't know the difference. Blessed should be Mordechai, cursed should be Haman. I think from Purim until here I'm drunk and I don't remember to say Baruch Mordechai, Baruch Haman. Okay, the Baruch v'arur hem hashte chalakim sheyesh bayayin. Why do we say Baruch Mordechai, Arur Haman? Why? Because Baruch and Arur, both these directions we have in wine. Do you understand? Both these directions in wine. If you drink with limit, you're blessed. If you're not, you curse. Chas v'shalom. You understand? Chelik kedusha v'chelik tum'ah. To be holy or not holy. Umikri bar Israel de'it ledina b'hade goy. And if God forbid you have a judgment with a goy, don't worry. Uba'adare mazle de goy. Month of Adar, goy's mazal is destroyed. Go with him to the court. Umikol sheken b'yom HaPurim atzmo. If you have an Purim, go on to the court on Purim. Why? Because ki yom tov shelanu, because this is yom tov v'chelek hatumah nichna b'yom ha'u milfanenu. Because impurity power is very lowered on Purim than other days. Umi sheishte yoter min ha'ra'ui lo yira mikol davar ra. And if person on Purim drinks a little bit more, then naturally nothing to worry about. Adraba yachni asitra achara. It's even better to drink and put him a little bit more. Why? Because you're lowering the power of evil inclination. This is why our Chachamim said you have to drink 4 cups of wine on Pesach. Why? Because wine brings down the tum'ah. Where's this slide? Can you wait 5 minutes, Hello? Okay, 5 minutes, I'll take care of it. Okay? 5 minutes. You did that. Thank you. V'kashe lama davka wine. Why davka yain ve'ita v'midash? Al pasuk ki aflilin dot neder nazir la'azir. Because it says when person becomes a nazir, he should separate himself from drinking wine. Guys, you have 30 seconds. I need to make a bottle. 30 seconds. Sorry, my son is not here.
This is also a lesson for us, Rabbi.
This is also a lesson. Thank you.
All the young fellas out there.
And this is the reason why we drink 4 cups of wine on Pesach. Zecher la'arba geulot. Because in Yerushalmi Pesachim, chapter 10, halacha aleph says, we remember the 4 geula, redemptions. V'kashe, lama davka bayayin. Why with wine? Ve'ita b'midrash. Al pasuki yafli lindod neder nazir la'azil. Because when person wants to become nazir, what is not allowed to do? Drink
Wine.
wine. Not only wine, but he's not allowed to eat even grape, even the pits, even passing by wine. Very good. Auti layayin ki yitadem hakadosh baruch hu. Don't be afraid of wine because Hashem made it red. Mazhir et hagoyim. It is to warn the goyim. Shelo yachbidu ol kasher al Israel. So goyim should not put hard stress on Klal Israel. It says what? Don't be afraid of wine because it's red. Because I know. What does that mean when he gives his eyes into the cup? Bekis ketiv. It says kiss. What's kiss? Pocket. I'm sorry to say, on Klal Israel, a lot of goyim jealous. A lot of goyim. They always look what we do. They always look and they always get jealous. Why he has this? Why he has that? Why they have this? Why we don't have this? Klal Israel, we're not allowed to show off. We're not allowed to have expensive houses, expensive cars. Because a lot of time there's jealousy. This is why it says in the Torah, you have to be very humble to yourself. מהו כי ייתן בכוס עינו, בכיס כתיב, שהם נוהגים עיניהם בכיסם, נותנים עיניהם בכיסם של ישראל. גויים, they always put their eyes on the pockets of כלל ישראל. אמר לו הקדוש ברוך הוא, אחריתו כנחש ישח. In the end, they're going to be beaten like a snake. Guys, in 5 minutes we'll stop? Okay, I'll read to you 2 more pieces, even though I'm not stopping fully till the end, but I'll stop it here. Why? Because I see you getting tired, and I'm not here to get you extremely tired.
3 minutes, Rabbi.
והמדרש הזה תמוד, מה עניין הזרה זו על יין ועל כוס? What this warning to goyim has to do with wine and has to do with the cup. ועוד מהו דנחש? What is that? They're going to be beaten by a snake. דכתיב אחריתו כנחש. ובמה שכתבנו ניחא שפר, לפי שביין יש 2 שותפים. יין has 2 partners. יש חלק הטוב ויש חלק הרע. Good part and bad part. ומי שמשתכר, שותה יותר מחלקו ונכנס בחלק הרע. Whoever drinks more than his portion, he enters himself to the evil inclination. והוא דומה ממש לישראל, שכיוון שחטאו הקדוש ברוך הוא מוסרם ביד גויים. He is compared to Klal Israel who sinned, and Hashem says, now you sinned, I'm going to give you to the hands of goyim. הגויים אין להם רשות עליהם אלא למחצה. גויים have only part of you, portion, half of you. יען, יש גם חלק הקדוש ברוך הוא בישראל. Why? Because there's Hashem's portion in us. So anytime we sin tremendously, Rabbi Manuel, sometimes we do something bad, Hashem gives us to the hands of goyim. But we should never give up. Why? Because our half, second half, Hashem filled up. So we're never alone. We're always in Hashem's hands. והנוכרים יש להם ללמוד מהיין. גויים have to learn from the wine. שלא להיכנס בתחום שאינו שלהם. Do not go into the territory that doesn't belong to you. כי אז יוזקו והקדוש ברוך הוא יחרה אפו בהם. If they will cause us harm, Hashem will get their anger, Hashem will get his anger from them. ולכן על פסוק אל תל היין שמח אזהרה זו לאומות. Therefore, this is what it says. Don't be scared that wine is red. What? Teaches a goy, stay away from כלל ישראל. והנה במצרים עברו על זה ושיבדו בהם יותר מדי. In Egypt, they tortured us extremely a lot. וגזרו עליהם 4 גזרות קשות. They gave it to us 4 terrible decrees. והקדוש ברוך הוא גאל אותנו מידם ב4 לשונות של גאולה. And Hashem protected us with the 4 languages of protection. לפי שכל מידותיו של הקדוש ברוך הוא מידה כנגד מידה. Everything Hashem does is measure for measure. עשה בהם 4 משפטים ונקמות כנגד 4 גזרות. Hashem give them 4 judgments, punishments. Why? Because they did 4 terrible things. שכנגד השיבוט הקשה יוצא וינצלו ארץ מצרים. And in the end, Hashem did what? That we should come out from Egypt extremely rich. And we came out from Egypt rich. How? They emptied the Egypt out. So I want to stop over here. And the bottom line is, I would like to say this piece that I wanted to say today. Shh. Gemara, Bab Mitzia, page 83, one man came to police officer. His name was Rabbi Rabbi Shimon. He came to police officer and said, listen, how you catch robbers? You're not scared? He says, you don't understand. I am scared. Because robbers have mafia. When you take one, they have others. But when king tells you to do from the palace, you have no choice. You have to go and get the robber. He said, stop. How do you know who's a robber or not? He says, robbers, they rob at night. Daytime, they're exhausted. We always wait for the 4th hour of the day. First hour is what? 8 o'clock. Second is 9 o'clock. Third is 10 o'clock. Fourth is 11 o'clock. From 11 to 12, they always stay by the liquor house. Liquor place. People come to drink by a liquor store. And those days, everybody had beers. You don't know who is tzaddik, who is rasha. And they fall asleep. Because the whole night they rob. So daytime they sleep. When they sleep, police comes says, wake up. Talk to me. If he talks Torah, he's Talmid Chacham. If he talks nonsense, he says you're a robber. They will put him in jail.
Even if you wait all the time, they would.
So what it teaches us? A Torah Jew, anytime you wake him up, he talks Torah. A person who is a robber, he thinks he's going to be hidden from him. No. Wine will tell the truth. The wine that he's going to drink will get all the secrets out. Why? Because he's not Talmid Chacham, he's going to fall into the hands of the Shedim. Bottom line, I want to tell you, Be'ezrat Hashem, Klal Yisrael is so holy. We always drink wine on happy occasions. We always drink wine for the parties, for weddings, for Purim, for Pesach. We try to get special wine, good wine. We should know one thing. Every time you make Kiddush, you make Havdalah, concentrate. This what brings Kiddusha. This what lowers the Tum'ah. And as they give bracha to Chatan and Kala with the wine, we want to give bracha to everyone. Those who are waiting to get married, Be'ezrat Hashem, we should take Kiddush and do Kiddush in your weddings. Amen. Those who are waiting to baby boys, we should make Kiddush by your son's britot. לכן יהי רצון ונאמר, אמן. רבי חנן בן הקשה אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לעשות את ישראל